Hi, welcome to Recapory Stories. In the near future, the world is no longer ruled by governments, it's controlled by corporations. Technology has advanced so far that human memory is no longer sacred. People rent out their brains, and information is worth more than life itself. Our story begins in the year 2021. A deadly digital disease called NAS has infected millions of people worldwide. The illness was created by corporations to suppress human intelligence, making society easier to control. Meanwhile, massive megacorporations secretly hold the cure, and they'll kill anyone who tries to expose it. This is where Johnny comes in. Johnny is what's known as a mnemonic courier, a data smuggler who carries classified information inside his own brain. Instead of using hard drives, Johnny stores digital data in a neural implant. His childhood memories were erased to make space for more storage. He's literally traded his past for money. At the start of the movie, Johnny agrees to one final job, a massive one. He meets with scientists who upload a mysterious data package directly into his brain. But there's a problem. The file is too large. Johnny's implant has a safe limit of 80 gigabytes. This upload pushes it to 160 gigabytes, double the capacity. The scientists warn him if the data stays inside his head for too long, it will cause seizures, brain damage, and eventually kill him. Johnny now has less than 48 hours to deliver the data before his brain shuts down. Almost immediately after the upload, everything goes wrong. Corporate assassins storm the building. Johnny barely escapes, jumping through broken windows and fleeing into the dark city streets. From this moment on, he becomes the most hunted man on the planet. Johnny contacts his handler, hoping for extraction. Instead, he's told the corporations have placed a massive bounty on his head. Every hitman, mercenary, and cyber-enhanced killer in the city is now looking for him. With no backup and no safe house, Johnny is forced to run. As the pressure inside his skull increases, Johnny begins experiencing violent headaches and disturbing hallucinations. The data inside him is slowly frying his nervous system. Desperate, he connects with a street contact who introduces him to Jane, a cybernetically enhanced bodyguard with razor-sharp reflexes and military-grade implants. Jane agrees to protect Johnny in exchange for payment. Together, they escape into the slums, where society's forgotten people live beneath glowing skyscrapers. Here, they encounter a group called the Low-Techs. The Low-Techs are underground hackers who reject corporate control. They live off-grid, surrounded by scavenged tech and digital graffiti. Their leader is J-Bone, and they also have a spiritual guide named Jones, a mysterious figure who communicates with dolphins through advanced neural technology. Yes, dolphins. In this future, even animals are wired into cyberspace. The Low-Techs agree to help Johnny, but only if he shares whatever data he's carrying. Johnny refuses. He just wants to get paid and walk away. But the corporations have other plans. Meanwhile, the megacorporation responsible for NAS sends their top assassin, Karl Honig. Honig is cold, ruthless, and backed by a psychopathic preacher named Street Preacher, who believes technology is the work of the devil. Together, they track Johnny through surveillance networks and digital footprints. Back with Jane, Johnny finally accesses parts of the data stored in his brain. What he discovers changes everything. The file contains the complete cure for NAS. Not just treatment, a full cure. Proof that corporations have been deliberately keeping humanity sick in order to maintain control. Johnny now realizes he's not just carrying information. He's carrying hope for millions of people. But revealing this truth will make him a global target. The corporations escalate their hunt. Street Preacher ambushes Johnny and Jane in a crowded street, opening fire with enhanced weapons. Chaos erupts. Jane fights back using her cybernetic reflexes, turning the street into a battlefield. Johnny barely survives. The countdown in his head continues. His nose begins bleeding. His vision blurs. He collapses multiple times. He doesn't have much time left. Knowing they need advanced equipment to extract the data safely, the group heads back to the Low-Tech hideout. The Low-Techs possess illegal cyber hardware powerful enough to access Johnny's implant. But even with their help, Johnny may not survive the process. As they prepare, corporate forces close in. Heavily armed mercenaries storm the low-tech compound. A brutal firefight breaks out. Jane uses her enhancements to defend Johnny, taking down attackers with superhuman speed. Several low-techs are killed in the battle. Still, Johnny is placed into a makeshift extraction chair. They begin hacking directly into his brain. Inside cyberspace, Johnny relives fragments of his erased childhood, memories he never knew he had. He sees his parents. He remembers laughter. He realizes what he gave up to become a courier. At the same time, his neural implant begins overheating. Warnings flash. If the process isn't completed soon, Johnny will suffer total neural collapse. Just as extraction nears completion, Carl Honig arrives. He murders several low-techs and attempts to kill Johnny personally. Jane confronts him in a brutal close-quarters fight. Despite Honig's advanced implants, Jane manages to overpower him, killing the corporate assassin once and for all. Meanwhile, Street Preacher launches one final assault. But the low-techs turn the tide by using their hacked dolphin network to disrupt corporate communications. Yes, weaponized dolphins save the day. With the enemy forces defeated, Johnny's data is finally extracted. The cure is released worldwide. The corporations are exposed, and the truth spreads across the global network. For the first time in years, humanity has hope. Johnny survives. Though weakened, he regains pieces of his lost memory. He walks away from the courier life, no longer just a data carrier, but a man who helped save the world and finally reclaiming his humanity. But what did you think of this movie? Drop a comment below. Like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you next time.